In today's video, I'll be showing you new CSGO pro tricks you didn't know about before, and we're gonna start with a banger from Lyngbu Vikings here on Inferno, Bird from Sky's POV, and he'll be playing up to his name over here. Together with Rals, they build an awesome two-man tower on the wall edge, plus if Bird goes all the way to the left, he could easily surprise guys who are peeking CT or coffins. It's especially powerful when Rals throws a smoke like that, because now it's almost impossible to spot the bird in the sky. Such an uncommon angle. By the way, if you wonder about the lamp, then it won't be blocking your bullets at all. It'll just help you to hide even better, as you can easily shoot through it like it's regular air that we are breathing in on a daily basis to keep ourselves alive. Thanks to my frequent helper Imik for sending me this unique idea from csgo. We love to see new tricks on Mirage, and this one surely qualifies. Whenever someone Molotovs palace deep like that and you're in there but you would like to push out, keep in mind to look for the middle window here. So Molly comes in, you look out for a little stony thingy outside and run through your smoke so it bounces close to the palace wall, plus denies this Molotov. Now you could potentially peek out without losing your vision, because smoke leaves plenty of room for you to work with. Literally amazing stuff. A useful trick to know in the beginning of the round, as well as for some after plant situations. Just remember the middle window with a little stone to bounce it off from, and you're more than good to go. Super general. Alright, Inferno and Shucks' POV with a very interesting / useful piece of utility in A apps. He gets to this corner, aims a bit left from this dark dot on the wall, then walks a marathon to get stuck into another corner. As you can see, you're crossing dangerous area over here, so you would love to have apps entrance smoked like that in order to execute this flash safely, plus with full effect. And whenever your team is ready to go, left click throw either 1 or 2 flashes in a row. Shocks throws those 2 flashes here, and they really are phenomenal. I tried this lineup out myself as well. Flash bounces on top of the A-bomb side box and pops right behind it, so your teammates approaching from short won't get blinded at all. You should communicate it with teammates jumping out from balcony though, but other than that, it's rather safe for your own team, just very whitening for the enemies. Use it well, use it in style. Train and twist, probably with the fanciest smoke of today's episode. Firstly, he gets to the Fortnite corner, I mean trash box corner, and make sure no one is pushing Ivy. By the way, the same position is also gonna be a throwing position, so when the time comes, he stays crouched, looks a bit right from the third dot upwards, plus aims exactly in the middle of a black and white stripe. If you're ready, then crouch W a bit forward, around 2 stripes down, plus jump throw. Smoke flies high, does a couple of proper bounces like Nicki Minaj in her music videos, and lands in front of the B bomb site connector entrance. No gaps for enemy side to work with, so they can't hold this OG connector angle when the smoke is in its place. Surely a great supportive smoke from an Ivy guy who could then be a very late lurk. Plus 2 and Valde with his 50 cents of knowledge here, how to surprise your opponents in B tunnels when you have a weird buy round. They got into a 5 vs 3 situation before there were even 140 remaining on the clock. Impressive stuff, and this car Molotov surely helped them to master running sounds. See that he didn't throw it straight on the ground but let it bounce off from the wall first, so the explosion is a bit delayed. Let's have a brief look at enemies' POVs as well. So whenever you want to do something similar, every bit of sound distraction helps. Use it well. Next up, Train, Beamus, and thanks again to legendary Imik for forwarding this simple yet effective flash idea. It goes like that: hug the wall position, aim like shown at the top left corner of this thingy on the train, and if you feel it's the right time to go out, then a casual left click throw. Flashbang bounces a couple of times and pops right behind another train's tail, so it won't be blinding you or your teammates, but it nicely gets close corner dudes and some other angles that are facing main. Most likely everyone sees this flash coming, they just need to make the decision now whether they turn or try to catch you while being full white like a beginner photographer who has once again overdosed with ISO. I featured this next move at least 2 years ago in one of my own Theorycraft videos, but if I remember correctly, it's my very first time to see this 2-man tower executed on a pro level. Crystal is a bottom guy, and his job is to position himself on this little hill close to the wall pocket, so he has some extra height compared to the regular ground. Now Farley climbs on top of him, They both need to stand up, he goes a bit right, and when he zooms, he can see T spawn through this tiny gap. If anyone would guard there and they don't know about this trick, it's impossible for them to see you since the gap is just too small. This time no luck for Godsend, and since the position is kinda prone to nades and doors aggression, you shouldn't stay in this tower for too long. Super general. Alright, a quick tip from Dust2 from Taz, one of the fastest smokes for Xbox, which goes like that. I may have shown you a similar and a very close alternative where people take the same close to wall, hugging the small stone edge position, but aim higher like that plus jump throw. It bounces first from the Xbox itself, 10 wall and 10 back to Xbox. But Taz's version is even quicker, same position, he aimed at the Xbox corner and jumped through. This will firstly bounce off from the stairs and then onto the box. It's very important that it lands on the stairs, not on the regular ground, as it won't bounce that high in the air from the ground itself. So make sure to get the angles right and enjoy the speed. Nuke in Sensei's POV, he uses his decent spawn and flash to quickly get to secret. Now when he mid-round spots some action outside, he uses his sneaky measurements here, corner position, aim at the very bottom of this post, plus left click throw. Smoke will pop on the stairs, and when he climbs on the railing now, he could enjoy a nice one-way vision towards outside, which in this case also grants him a frag. Let's have a brief look from the opposite side as well. What we can see here, nothing but a smoke, no surprises, simple as that. We're gonna continue on the same map, and thanks to Servitol for sending me this idea from Beyond Esports player QQ. He firstly shoots only the right side of the double doors here, then a couple of right clicks with a knife, and boom, he has destroyed only one door while the other part of it remains untouched. Of course, he now uses this opportunity to play an awesome off angle over here, surely a very fresh plus unique approach. Fun fact that you can't destroy one door with bullets only, doesn't matter how many you spend here, you just need to use your knife or a nade to finish your work. Straightforward as that. 2 deep T main smokes on train. I have already shown you the first one, but let's go over it. Corner position. As you can see, it's a pretty safe spot as well. Aim right side of this wheel and jump throw. Smoke has an accurate trajectory, which will get it to deep T main entrance. Next one was sent to me once again by iMic, and it was found from Oscar's stream. It's the same idea, just with a casual left click throw, another corner position, aim on top of this dark line on a red train, then left click throw. Smoke will fly over the train and through the narrow gap finds its way to deep T main. Now you have it all, jumpy method and non-jumpy method to smoke this place off. We are on Dust2 here with Prism, and he's gonna show us a Chris J-like utility towards short. This lineup is meant to work with a flashbang, plus it goes like this. A nice and high flash for A short, just hug this lower tunnel's wall here, aim at the building corner. If it's the right time, then jump throw. Because of your bounce, flash will fly a bit left and pop above the building at short. An easy to remember lineup with a much needed accurate result for A side of the map to set up your teammates towards short. Now we are in Preezy's eyes and in such a controversial place that is called window room, although there has never been a window here, just an ugly hole, but we are here to witness this famous light trick in successful action. So he picks an angle that covers through the smoke boost to the window, and now when he sees that the light disappears for a second, he knows in fact someone crossed to the window room in between him and the light source. Preezy doesn't shoot right away. He just communicates the info and is very ready to peek the enemy, while an opponent has no idea that someone is going to peek him very soon. Hashtag light tricks for the win. Chris J with a simple flashbang for Pop Dog that is kinda common for pros but not so common for regular players. Get stuck right here, aim at the building corner, and the left click throw. He threw it with not broken glass, so it's not going that deep into pop, and his flash also bounced at the window frame. If you want to throw a tiny bit deeper flash, I would aim a bit more left from the building corner, and it gives you a safer result. Especially when the glass is broken, then it's almost impossible to dodge the flash. Otherwise, some sneaky people could hide behind pop corner and not get blinded at all, so watch out. Next up, an interesting smoke from Electronica Nuke. In the very beginning of the round, he lines himself up with this yellow post, Then make sure you're standing up and aim at the building/pipe corner plus jump throw. Smoke flies high, bounces off from silo and lands in the middle of the outside area. A solo smoke that adds some pressure for multiple angles at once. Electronic himself goes outside, flashes for himself and tries to engage to an early duel, which in this case goes very well for him. Easy entry on the board plus the deadliest weapon from the enemy side out from the round. If you want to put some pressure outside but don't want to waste 2 or 3 of your smokes, then this might be your go-to choice. Alright Mirage, and we're in Ethan's POV. Here you can see the quickest solo way how to get down from T-roof while giving enemy side close to 0 sound cues to work with. So he walked, then ran just a tiny bit to get over the gap, and the sound here, how elephant will you sound, depends on your timings. Practice makes perfect. Then he simply crouched to another edge, fell down from it while crouching, and released the crouch key mid-air. This is how you can silently climb down from here. If you would just walk, it would sound something like that. So don't be an elephant, know your moves, know the YouTube channels you should definitely subscribe to, and I know in fact you would miss some unique stuff when you're not subscribed to the Mr. Super General. Also, if you want to have better chances to get into my 1 million special video, don't forget to download Raid Shadow Legends.